Hello everybody on YouTube. It's a lovely day again. This next clip is on Cleopatra. Yeah, some sort of historic myth busting. Was Cleopatra a hot chick? Doesn't really matter if she's hot chick or not, but you know, especially because of movies, you know, everybody seems to think that she was like this amazing, beautiful, gorgeous woman with black hair and brown eyes and everything. But anyway, this is a small clip on whether she was that beautiful or not. Or first of all, was Cleopatra an Egyptian? No. All the many pharaohs, of course, of Egypt were Egyptian. But Egypt was invaded a couple of times in history by Assyrians, probably Babylonians, and then of course the Persians. And the Persians, they occupy Egypt in about 343 BC. And a couple of years later, the Persians are being overrun by Alexander the Great. And he takes over Egypt in about 332. But Alexander is a Macedonian. Yeah, that's a country next to Greece, and he's not from Egyptian descent. But anyway, he takes over Egypt, he takes over the Persian Empire. But then, when he dies, he doesn't appoint a successor, and then his generals start fighting over who gets control of the empire. And yeah, they have quite some battles, and then there's one general of Alexander, Ptolemy. And Ptolemy takes over Egypt in about 304. Yeah, Alexander is already dead for quite some time, but because of these wars, it takes some time for a permanent ruler to settle in Egypt. So he starts the Ptolemaic dynasty, and the Ptolemaic dynasty, consists of Macedonian people, not Egyptians. And many of the Ptolemean rulers wouldn't even speak Egyptian. They would speak some sort of Macedonian dialect, and well, they managed to rule Egypt for quite some time. But that explains, well, the origins probably of Cleopatra, because what the Macedonians also did, or the Ptolemies, intermarry in family, brother-sister marriages and things like that. So yeah, the blood must have been quite Macedonian. Her looks, some ancient authors did write about her looks. And it is said that she had a hook nose, and the distance between the nose and the chin was very narrow, very small. And yeah, it indicates that she was probably not some sort of, she probably wasn't a babe. However, she did manage to seduce Julius Caesar, Mark Antony and other people. And that's because Cleopatra was very intelligent, she was witty. And she knew how to play men, but she was an amusing person, and she happened to speak about 6 or 7 different languages. Egyptian, Greek, Latin, and that made her a very interesting person. And yeah, that's basically what made her well, of course, she was also the queen of Egypt. And another topic, of course, was she an evil queen? I don't think she was an evil queen. Cleopatra was the queen of Egypt. And yeah, then Romans come, and it's either you work with the Romans or your country's taken over. So she probably was aiming for a double monarchy, maybe marrying a Roman and become queen of a joint empire. And unfortunately for her, it didn't work out that way. So this is my this was my small clip on Cleopatra. I didn't get into more the thing with Mark Antony and Caesar. That'll be for later times. But I thought it was interesting. It's like myth busting, you know. But anyway, when I think of Cleopatra, I always think of Monica Bellucci, because she played Cleopatra, and she did that very, very, very well. So you know, for me, Cleopatra is a beautiful woman. Anyway, this is Arjan on Cleopatra, and it's a beautiful day. It's a bit freezing, but it's nice. So, bye bye, and I hope you enjoyed it.